Let us see. Pull this down. There you are. What's up, everyone? I didn't know that it actually was on, but it's on. And I want to say happy Friday. It's almost Veterans Day. And something major just passed by. The United States election. Donald Trump has been elected to become the next president of the United States. There has been a lot of emotions stemming from that, but we're going to talk about that in just a moment. In just a moment. I want people to come in. So before I start diving deep into what I have been seeing, how you doing? How you doing? Oh Lord, that's funny. Where are you guys at in the world? I'm gonna put some YouTube jazz on, hopefully on my YouTube page. It won't destroy the sound because I am downloading or live streaming to my YouTube and to TikTok. So YouTube is real strict on sound. You know, Jersey Shore, Michigan. Okay, I can dig that. I dig that. Michigan is cold up in Michigan, isn't it? Jersey Shore. I don't think I can do Jersey Shore, man. I think the show Jersey Shore it got me to not want to ever really visit that place. Ghana. Hey Ghana. Yes, very emotional. There is a lot of emotions surrounding the election results. I know you're not all like that, but you know, representation matters. So if you see a thing so many times, you kind of start to believe it. But I know my brain knows it's not true. I just don't have a desire to go. I'm not going to talk anyone out of going. Hey everyone. Hey April, Biggie. But the results. Are you happy with the election results? Are you are you satisfied with the election results? The results of the United States presidential election. Somebody said that they are happy. Jay said that Jay is happy about the election results. There's somebody said 1000% happy. Huh. Any what do you feel about the election results? Cuz there's lots of emotions around the election results. Some people are concerned. Somebody Tanisha said she is concerned. She's concerned about the election results. You know, I wanted to talk about um, the emotions surrounding the election. There's so many emotions that I've seen, the reactions online. People, and their reactions on both sides. You'll be shocked. There's such a drastic difference of response. What do you think is happening right now? There is a lot of people that get in the conspiracy theory mind that this is only a distraction. It might be, but what are we being distracted from? Southeast Asia. The border needs to be secured. See, people are concerned about border security. Definitely. You know, I saw somebody, this young lady, visibly upset, crying in her car. She had the, hands on the steering wheel like this, and she's crying, no, 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 right? I was like, good gosh, that is intense. That must be an intense feeling. I don't think I've ever felt like that. How intense that you wanted the other party to win, that you have to act or accept those emotions. Out of all emotions that exist, you accept that one. I'm going to keep that deep down inside, and if this person wins the election, I'm going to explode. I'm going to cut my hair online, crying. Huh? Like, at some point, your intellect must kick in. Your intellect must kick in. Now, what is an emotion? You know me, how do you know the word if you don't know the word? An emotion. It means social agitation, to stir up. Social. An emotion then needs to at least be with or concerning somebody else. Your emotions have to be concerning somebody else. That somebody else doesn't even need to be present. You can still have an emotion about them. Think about your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend. They might not be around you ever again, but you still might dislike them. You might be upset about them lying to you. That's an emotion. I don't know if they're fake. I don't know if they actually are fake. Somebody said, bro, most of them are fake. I don't know if they are fake. They might be emotionally immature. I'll tell you, most people are emotionally immature. Most people are unaware that, I won't even say that. I ask a question first. In the chat, are emotions real? Put it in the chat. Chat, are emotions real? Do you think emotions? Somebody said no. Mind impressions said no. Are emotions real? No. Gina said no. Huh. Very interesting. Okay, well, I want to let you know that emotions are not real, but we allow them in. But where do they exist? Okay, where do these things called emotions exist? In our mind, not even in our brain. In our mind, they exist. And our mind is not even real. Our brain is real. Our brain is the flesh, the organ, the inside of this skull. Like my arm is real. Skin is an organ. Skin is an organ. Then you have your brain, but your mind is not real. But your emotions only exist in your mind. You know what else exists in your mind? Imagination. Thank you, Ashley, for reminding people to tap the screen. Ashley, do you have the ability to pin your comment? Anyway, yes, your emotions exist in your mind. They exist also, if you go deeper into your mind, they exist in your imagination. Your imagination also is not real. You can't measure your imagination. You can't touch your imagination. Your imagination has no mass. There's no physical existence of your imagination. Somebody said the election was stolen. Who knows? I wasn't counting them. But if you feel if you agree with that, and then you accept the emotions that come with that, you are no better than the emotions that are trying to serve you. You are no better than the emotion that is trying to take over you. So how do emotions really take over? Okay, so when you say, and your words are far more powerful than you understand. And here, I need to dive deeper into my weird thinking pattern. Okay, there's a word called, oh, thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for sharing the live. I like that. So there's a word called author. Okay, the word author, it means a couple of things, but one, it means ruler. Okay, ruler. And what does an author do? An author writes. An author will then dictate what happens in the book. Thus, the word dictate. The word dictate means two things, or a couple of things. It means to command. It literally means to command. I'm dictating you. For example, I'm dictating this. I'm the dictator. A dictator means command. Authors dictate. They dictate what's inside of that book. Also, dictate means to pronounce. To pronounce. Dictation. So when you are dictating, you are pronouncing, you are also commanding, but this has more of a spiritual thing. So when you are saying, I am angry, you are commanding, because you are a book in a sense. You are the author of your world. So when you say, I am angry because of what happened, it don't matter what because is. The because does not matter. You've already granted anger authority. Now anger will begin to make decisions for you. Now you're sitting in a car with your hands on the steering wheel, crying, cursing at your phone, looking at what you just filmed, spitting all over the place. You had to hit send. All of that. Thank you for sending. Oh, thank you. I love y'all, man. Anyway, so, when you guys allow these emotions in by your words, you then become the emotion. When you say, I am angry, you are no longer your name. You are anger. Anger makes decisions for you. Do not say, I am angry. Don't say that. Don't say, I am sad. Don't say that. Don't. It's better to say I'm experiencing anger, because these emotions, even though they are not real, they have purpose. Anger has purpose. You can have I call it an emotional conversation. Did you know you can talk to your emotions? Did you know you can have an emotional conversation? The conversation, the communion with your emotions. When you are experiencing anger, sit, talk to your anger, either in your mind, because that's where it always happens, in your mind, or you can talk to your anger out loud. Do what you want. Have the conversation. Anger, why are you here? And it seems like I'm talking down to you. It may seem like I'm talking down to you. This is a thing you should have learned when you were 3, 4, 5 years old. This is why it sounds like that. This is elementary based stuff. But when people say I'm angry, you're granting anger control, authority. You are no longer the author. You don't believe me. Okay, so let's take sadness for an example, right? Many people get sad. Many people are sad over the election results. They're sad. They're sad. Okay? And that's fine. When you say, I am sad, sadness begins to make decisions for you. How do I know this? When you are sad, you don't want to be around other people. You make decisions to sit in your car alone for hours. You make decisions to sit in your house for hours. You make decisions to eat foods, certain foods that will feed the sadness. And now you're way overweight. This is not a decision of yours, the human. If you made the decision, you would decide to be around other people that can heal you, that can talk sense into you, that can love you. That's what you would do. But sadness is making the decision for you to be isolated so that sadness can then remain. Emotionally immature people have been displaying themselves recently based off of the election results. Doesn't matter if you wanted the person to win or not. Because people who were on the winning side made like response videos to the people who are clearly having an emotional meltdown. That too is emotionally immature. That's pride talking through you. It's a type of arrogance. So what? You won the soccer game. That's great. If you win the soccer game, are you going to point at the people who lost and say, I knew you could never win? That's emotionally immature. Children do that. Children do that. Whatsoever the results of the election, okay, that is it. It's a fact. Okay, it's a fact. I understand people didn't want it to happen. People wanted it to happen. That's fine. Wherever you are at, wherever your desires, your wants, your expectations were, that's fine. But the emotion behind it is not you. Ask the emotion, why are you here? Like, for example, anger. Does anybody know, not you Ashley, does anybody know what the purpose of anger is? What's the purpose of anger? Somebody put it in the chat. Chat, what's the purpose of anger? No, Ashley. Sorry. Anybody? Does anybody know? While you guys are thinking, please continue to tap the screen, okay? I want this to get out to people, okay? Thank you guys for showing love. Okay, somebody said to show you boundaries crossed. You're getting there. That's very close. Very close. I like that thinking process there. Not many people can think, I promise you. People think. People don't think, really. People assume that they think. All right. So, somebody else said so that you're not sad. Not really. Anger and sadness can exist together. A sad person can bounce right to anger in a split second. Okay? Unsettled emotion. Unsettled. Kiara, I want you to hone in on that word, unsettled. You're getting close. You're on the right path there. Okay, to make you think illogically. All right, so somebody said, Sephora said to control us. Yes, very close. You're the closest. So anger, the purpose of anger is to get you back in control. Anger is rooted in the idea that you are or have lost control of something in your life. That is anger. When you have lost or are losing control of something, anything in your life, anger will come to the surface. Anger will tap you. Hey, this guy's standing too close to me. So then you get angry. Not rage, you might feel irritation. Irritation is a branch of anger. You don't want this person to stand right here. Like, please get away. So he stays close to you after you said, can you take a step back? That irritation changes into frustration. Frustration is a level up. It's more intense anger. Now you feel disrespected. You're frustrated. Ooh, right? So you ask him again, can you move back, please, sir? You're standing too close to me. And he doesn't. In fact, he takes a step closer to you. You feel his breath on the back of your neck. What do you... It's just an example, but then it will turn into something else. Right? Yes. Make you want to tussle. Just uppercut, right? So, levels to anger. There are many levels to anger. And if you want to learn about emotions, okay, the first 10 people to DM me, I will send you the script on emotions. Okay? I will send you the script for free on emotions. Email me or DM me. Sorry, I said DM, but you can just email me. Okay? So, anger is impulsive. All anger is impulsive. When you are angry at the election results, you think you have lost control. You have lost control on something. You did not have control in the first place. This is why I say emotions are bad. They make you delusional. Delusion is bad. Like, do not be delusional. Hallucination can be good. Okay? You never really heard that, but it's true. Because hallucination is part of your imagination, and you can be creatively like you can imagine in a productive way. Like you can hallucinate and see things in your imagination that are productive to you, like building a business, getting married, working out, building, a bench, right? Or you can be destructively creative. You can imagine things that are not in your favor. Okay? You can hallucinate things and see things in your mind that are not real, that are showing you your destruction. But your delusion, if you are delusional, you can delusion is when you are living in a false reality. Delusion is always bad. Okay? It's like you might see me with glasses on my face. That's delusion. What? There's no glasses on my face. Okay? Ugh. No, there's no such thing as good delusion. I wish somebody sent me money. Well, welcome to the team. So somebody said, I just started watching TikTok. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a big platform. Um, so, with that being said, okay, your emotions concerning the results of the election. I want to talk about the other side. Okay, many people are going to be upset about the results of the election. They're going to be sad. They're going to be angry. They're going to have their emotions. And if you are a healer, if you have the spiritual gift of healing, you might be drawn to speak to these people. If you are a healer, you might be drawn, you might gravitate to see what are they crying about. Why are they in their car spitting at the telephone screen? This should be studied. When you that's like a new buzz phrase. This should be studied. When you as a healer see distress, almost certainly you want to run to the aid. You want to see what's going on. You want to figure out why. Can I help you? Is there any way I can make you feel better? Do I have any people who have the gift of healing? Chat, if you are a healer, I want you to put 2 hearts in the comment section. Drop 2 hearts if you are a healer. While I get some water. There we go. We got some healers in here. Healers unite. Okay, I understand everybody can't come to the phone. But, healers, I think this moment in, not just now, like the results of the election is not a a milestone for healers to come. Healers, you've been called for decades now. Because loneliness is gripping so many people. How do I know loneliness is gripping so many people? Online dating sites is becoming a real thing. Like, people go to online dating sites to find love rather than going to a park to face-to-face interactions. Anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But you, as a healer, a few things you need to know before you engage with these people. You are not a helper. Say me. I am not a helper. I am not an assistant. I am not a fixer. Say, I am not a fixer. I do not fix people. I heal people. Okay? Healers heal. Healers do not fix, help, or assist. That's where a lot of healers misuse their gift. Thank you. Now, what ends up happening is you go to the aid in a very rapid pace. Oh my God, let me go talk to you. I see that you're crying. Partly because you yourself also are emotionally immature. You lack discernment in why, the difference between emotions and intuition. When you are a healer, you operate in the spirit. Okay, you operate in spirit. So when you are detecting spirit, sometimes you feel it through your eyes, but it's not necessarily a thing that you look for. Like, when you look at my face, you're not gonna say, "Oh, that's a demon." It's like I'm not gonna get too far into that. But a healer, healers can get taken advantage of far more than any other spiritual gift. Far more. Healers are the most exposed. You have to be. Why? The biggest piece or biggest aspect of healing the healer is compassion. What does compassion even mean? If you don't know the word, how do you know the word? Compassion is, the word means, it slipped my mind. To suffer with, there you go. It means to suffer with. Your ability to suffer with somebody. To be compassionate, you also need to be visited by one of God's angel called virtue. A virtue, okay? Virtue, the angel called virtue, needs to be with you in order to be compassionate. Because you need something else, patience. Compassion requires patience. And patience is not, it's not your ability just to wait. Like being patient for the bus to arrive. No, that doesn't make sense. You wait for the bus. You're not patient for the bus. Patience, your willingness to bear uncomfortable situations and energy. You know something is going to be painful, but you still insert yourself. That's patience. Waiting is like you're expecting something. Oh, I'm waiting for my paycheck. That's waiting, okay? Because I expect my paycheck. Okay? When you are a healer and you see these people online expressing or communicating their emotions from the results of the election. You need to move with suspicion. Whether you want to believe it or not, the devil is way more intelligent than you, me, him, her, they, them combined. The devil is way more intelligent than me, the human me. That's a truth we all do not want to accept because we don't like the devil. We don't like demons. But it's still true. Now, when you say I gotta mute this. There you go. Thank you. Now, when you are when you see this person in distress, trust and believe they can always see you. They always see compassion lurking around the corner. And by seeing, I don't mean with your eyeballs. It's a feeling. Their intuition, their spirit is detecting that. There's never one side in existence. There's not a one-sided sandwich. There's not a one-sided paper. There's not a one-sided anything. If there's a problem, there's a solution. If somebody is expressing or communicating their emotion, there's always something else for that energy to fall on. You can accept it or you can reject it as a healer. But you as a healer, you need to be suspicious of the origin of them. Why are they crying? Are they experiencing joy? Because people who are in joy cry. They cry. Crying is not a dedicated for sadness. People who are elated or celebrating or in bliss also can cry. Have you ever seen someone who won the NBA championship or a hockey championship? These people cry. They're not sad. They're elated. They're in celebration. So, also, demons can cry. The devil is here to do three things: to steal, to unalive you, and to destroy you. Those three things. Any one of those things, after you see somebody reaching out for a request for you, I need you guys to start to think, why are they here? Why are they deciding to communicate this emotion to me? Is this going to be destructive for me? God, okay? Will this destroy me? If the answer is yes, sorry, but I don't think I can handle this right now. Scroll, okay? Or if somebody in person, sorry, I'm not really equipped to handle these emotions right now. All right? And you as a healer, if you are not equipped to handle their emotions, don't deal with them. You're doing yourself a disfavor, or disfavor. That's not even a word. But you're doing yourself a disjustice. I think that's better. If somebody says they are sad because of the election results, if they are sad because of the election results, can I just talk to you? What did they say? They said, I am sad. When somebody says, I am sad, remember again, it's not the human talking, it's the sadness talking. The emotions are trying to get you now. Does that make sense? The emotions are trying to get you now. Thank you, Soul Harmony, for that. You are so great. Love is in the air. Okay, so when the emotion, when the person says, I am sad, can I just talk to you for a second? Something happens here. Something happens here. They start to communicate their sadness. What happens when emotions communicate? That's called venting. Thank you. I like my video. It's called venting. Okay? Venting is not what you once thought. Okay? Venting is spiritual transfer. So if somebody said, I am sad, let me just sorry. So Mia, venting, excuse me. A distracted person always will distract. Did you catch that? A distracted person will always distract. You hear what I'm saying? A distracted person will always distract. Don't be a distractor. Don't distract. Okay? Anyway. Now, venting is when you are, when a demon is trying to get into another person, but not just a demon, it could be an angel, okay? It's spirit, it's spiritual transfer. How do I know this? When somebody walks up to you or sends you an email, gives you a text message, hey, I'm so sad right now. Can I talk to you about it? Yeah, sure. So then they start to talk to you and I'm sad because of this. The election results, I'm just so sad. My life, oh my God, I'm just so sad. Oh. Okay. This is something fundamental, logically, that needs to be studied. Because after they speak these things to you, and convince you that they are in fact sad, you start to feel a little funny. Oh, I'm so sad for you. Wait, what did you say? I'm sad for you? Sadness is now moving into you. Oh, I feel you. Oh my God, I feel what you're saying. Oh, that emotion, that energy is now creeping into you. It's like the water being poured into you. When you can feel it, oh, it's feeling me. Oh, I feel you. Oh. That's spiritual transfer. That's venting. These people online who are communicating their emotions in an immature way on both sides. The people who are crying with their fingers on the steering wheel, or the people who are making videos about them in a prideful manner, full with the sin of pride, the demon of pride. You're no better. You're not doing anything better than they are. But it feels better. It feels like you're high and mighty. You're not. They're both wrong. So be aware, okay? When you are observing that online, spirits can come through the phone as well. Spirits can come through the phone as well. Does anybody understand what I am saying? We have some healers in the house. Does anybody understand what I am saying? Yes, thank you. So, when you are engaged in these videos that are going viral, mega viral, hundreds of millions of views, and these people are crying, and you start to feel it. Oh my God, I feel her, I feel him on either side. Oh yeah, what are those people acting that way? They are stupid. Those people are dumb. I agree with what you're saying. Those people are dumb. Be careful, the demon of pride is creeping into you too. The devil comes in like a thief in the night. A thief in the night. We don't want demons here. Okay? We don't want demons here. Those people who are making videos, making fun of the people crying, they're spreading pride. They are spreading pride. They're gossiping. That's gossip. Gossip is a sin. Do not gossip. You're not supposed to gossip. It's not just the people crying about the election results. It's the people gossiping about the people crying about the election results. You're at fault too. When you feel people and their energy, okay, and their energy seeping into you, okay, be suspicious of that energy. Have a talk with that energy that is now inside of you, okay? Because if you allow it to stay, it's going to do what it does. It's going to operate as it's designed. So when you are, allowing somebody else to vent to you and you feel sad, now you feel sad for her or him. And, it's like, oh my God, I just feel so sad. Okay, now sadness is inside of you. But you don't heal yourself. This is where healers get messed up. Okay, they retrieve the energy from the person. Then they just allow it to stay. Okay, then they just allow the energy, those demons, to stay and fester inside of you. Now, later on at dinner time, maybe you're sitting down with your family. Something happens. You're like, I just don't feel like eating anymore. I don't know what it is. I just, something's off. I'm like, ugh, it's whatever. Then your son asks, you okay, Mom? You okay, Dad? Something going on? But then you say, yeah, everything's fine. But they can clearly see because you're like moping around now. I don't eat, This is something that's going to impact. It's going to not only impact you. It's going to recruit other demons. It's going to recruit other demons. When you are, because demons recruit other demons. That's just it. So when your son asks you again, Mom, you okay? You're not eating any of your food. You're not eating any of your food. Huh. But in reality, what ends up happening is now anger creeps in. I told you I'm okay. Stop asking me that. Frustration builds up, right? And now that frustration kind of feels good. Don't talk to me. You know, you stand up. I told you, right? It's like, whoa. I just genuinely wanted to ask how you're doing. It all started because you allowed that person to vent. The sadness crept in. Then that demon recruited other demons. Okay? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? So when you are receiving energy and demons from people expressing or communicating their emotions from the results of the election, understand that you also need to remove that demon from inside of you. Once you feel the shift in your energy, something is now inside of you. Something is inside of you. And you as healers, you definitely can always get rid of your demons. Talk with them. Talk with the demons that are inside of you. Talk with the emotions that exist inside of you. So you're happy. Ask happiness, why are you here? What's your purpose? How long are you going to stay? Did you bring anybody else with you? You will be shocked at what you get. And of course, you won't hear human words. You'll hear it in, I'm happy because of this. The purpose will come. I won't be happy if this happens. Okay, if you ask happiness, who else did you bring? You'll hear, I won't be happy if somebody does this. So then that means happiness also brought anger. This is interesting. It's getting pretty deep. And it all stems from your emotions. It all stems from what you allow. But once you have communion with your emotions, even though they are not real, once you have communion with your emotions, dictate. You are the author. But when you allow sadness as the leader, as anger as the leader, you give them the pencil. You allow them to type, and you allow them to start writing. It's your book, but now they're writing. Sadness is writing my story. Anger is writing my story. They're not even real. Then you start living in delusion. So, command. You can say, happiness, you're not here to serve me. You're here to serve yourself. I don't need you. Anger, you're not here to serve me. You're here to serve yourself. Bounce. I don't need you. I don't need you. But this might take some training from people, or for some people, for a lot of people. It's hard to distinguish the difference between happiness or emotions and intuition. Emotions are a social stirring. That's the definition. Intuition, Ashley, April, and Heather, do not answer this. What is intuition? What is intuition, guys? What is intuition? Anybody know? Does anybody outside of those three people know what intuition is? I'll take a drink while you guys think. All right. Well, looks like nobody knows what intuition is. Intuition, it means spiritual perception. Spiritual perception. So, intuition is how humans are looking at God. This is also how humans are looking at the devil. There's a thing called the demonic intuition. When you think, for example, worry. Worry is not an emotion. See, as you grow spiritually, as you grow personally or professionally, you'll learn these things. And if you want some coaching, holla at me. I do this. Okay? That's why I say, Ashley, don't answer because you're getting coached. April, April, don't answer because you're getting coached. Heather, don't answer because you're getting coached. If you want coaching, holla at me. I got you. Okay? We'll have a talk. But worry is demonic intuition. What is worry? When people say don't worry, you only focus on what you're telling them not to. Don't focus on a red ball. Do not look at the red ball. The red ball, don't imagine a red ball bouncing down a big mountain. Do not imagine a red ball in a lake. So all you saw in your imagination was a red ball. And I manipulated you. I said exactly what I wanted you to see. So when you say don't worry, you're telling them like they only can worry. Like it's like saying don't look down when you are on a mountain. Don't look down. Huh? All I can do is look down. Now I'm so scared. So worry. Oh, okay, so if you are a teacher, if you have the gift of teaching, never tell people to not be something. Never tell people to not be something. You're only directing their concentration and attention back on that thing. Don't do that. It's like a weird thing that happens. Don't do that. Does that make sense to everybody wanting to learn about growth? What I just said about don't teach people to not do something by telling them to not look at it. I need some comments in the chat. You guys? Huh? Thank you, April. Sheesh. All right. Worry is when you are spiritually positioned, viewing destruction. Okay? Worry is when you are spiritually positioned and you are viewing destruction. Remember the devil's goal. There's only three goals that the devil has for you. For me too. We have to steal, to unalive you, and then to destroy you. So worry is intuition. Worry is when the devil is presenting the image of destruction to you. And here's another thing about spirit that you guys need to know. And I'm not talking about like crystal worshiping, just crazy stuff. Attention is spiritual worship. I'm going to let that fester a little bit. Attention is spiritual worship. So, when the devil presents you the image of destruction, maybe you don't think you are ever going to get out of that house. You're always going to be around weird people. You are always going to be, or like you're going to get evicted. Okay? The devil's showing you images of your car getting repossessed. You are worshiping the devil when you pay attention to that. Okay? That's why attention is spiritual worship. When you worry, you're giving praise to the devil. Thank you, devil, for showing me your plan. Your plan works better for me. Your plan will work more than God's plan. Let me pay attention to this. Worry. That's worry. Worry is intuition. Worry is not an emotion. You can be worried or full of worry, and you have a smile on your face. You know, I might smile, and I'll be full of worry, or I'll be like this. Oh, you know. I might appear worryful. So, that's intuition. Intuition is spiritual perception. And you never have intuition in real time because we are human. Our brain is what projects our world. We live just a little bit in the past, just a little bit, because comprehension takes time. It requires time. It's processes among processes among processes. It's not instant. Spirit is instant. God is instant. Jesus is instant. God is instant. Okay? But we are not. We are not God. So, with that being said, somebody said, now I will only think about the good. You should think this, okay? Your imagination. Your imagination is a mind function. It's not a brain function. You don't think when you are imagining. That's a concept many people really haven't come to. Okay? You do not think when you are using your imagination. You are using your mind. Your mind is what projects images. Images are like the filing papers that are being interchanged in your imagination. Your imagination as a whole is in your mind, not your brain. Your mind. Thoughts, thinking, your thought process is a brain function, not a mind function. Your imagination is a mind function. Chat, does that make sense? Does that make sense, chat? I have to say chat like those live streamers do. I guess I'm live streaming, so I guess I can say that. Thank you for the taps. Thank you for the love, guys. Thank you. Thank you, April, for responding. Okay, so thank you, everybody, for responding. Thank you. Now, your imagination does not create. That's a good question, Wakanda. Your imagination does not create. Your imagination, at best, is innovative. It cannot invent. It can only innovate. What's the difference? Don't play with words now. I know. But innovation, it means to present as new. Innovation, I'm presenting something as new. It's not new. Invent is new. When I invent something, it's when I am for the first time designing the ironing board. For the first time, I am designing and bringing to the microphone or the keyboard or a book, okay? Or, well, not a book. Well, yeah, a book. So that's inventing, but innovative. To be innovative, you have to engage your imagination. Your mind must come in. Not your brain, your mind. So your imagination, it connects different pieces of knowledge that you already know, that you've already experienced. So you might be able to imagine what the moon would look like in the middle of the sun. It's never happened. The moon has never been inside of the sun. Ever. Ever. It's not ever. So that's not something that you can create or invent. So you can only imagine that. And imagination, like I said, is not real. Your imagination is not real. Everybody together say, it's not real. Thank you. So, you can use your imagination to your benefit or to your destruction. It doesn't matter. Your imagination is a thing that occurs almost all the time. You can use your imagination excuse me. Let me backtrack. So inside of your imagination, you can be creative, okay? You can be creative. But in your imagination, the ability to be creative, that's the bridge between the spirit world and the physical world for humans. For humans. I can really get deeper into that. Imagination can it uses creativity, and there's the supreme creator, that's God, and we are creators. Okay, we are creators. There's God, creators, creatures, and creations. Okay, we are creators. We are made in the image of God. We are walking artificial intelligence. We're in the matrix, whatever. Can't get out of it. That we might as well just frolic in whatever God has for us. But as a creator, okay, as a creator, we have the ability to do God-like things. Okay? Dreams are part of your imagination. Dreams are part of your imagination. That's why in your dreams, when you are involved, you can manipulate your dreams. What is imagination? Okay, what is an imagination? Your imagination, the word imagination, let me just look it up. I wrote a whole piece on it, a whole book on it. I love words. Imagination, faculty of the mind which forms and manipulates images. Faculty of the mind that forms and manipulates images. I'll say it one more time. Faculty of the mind that forms and manipulates images. Dreams are part of your imagination. You have the ability to manipulate those images even while you are resting. That's why when you're fighting in your dreams, you can't really hit fast, but you're like slow motion, right? You're like doing like this. It feels like you're swinging in quicksand, or you're trying to run. You're running. It's weird, but it's funny. It's funny because I don't know. I get a kick out of whatever, but your creativity can exist, or it exists in your imagination. Dreams are not four-dimensional. No, they are not. Astral projection that's different. That's not a dream. Yes, that is real, but no, that's not dream. That is awareness. Okay, so like intuition. Okay, intuition and emotions. Okay, a person can have the emotion of happiness. Happiness is only detected by the host. Okay? Because I could be crying, but be crying because I'm happy. Okay? So, emotions cannot be detected from an outside source. They can't. It's impossible. It's not a possibility. The known, the unknown, and unknowable. Detecting an emotion out from the outside is unknowable. It's unknowable, undetectable. There's no light switch there to turn it on. Like you can't do it. It's not even impossible. It's impossible that it's impossible. So, emotions, happiness, since happiness cannot be detected from an outside source, then we have intuition. Let's say joy, because people get joy and happiness confused all the time. Joy is intuition. Intuition speaks. Intuition has a type of communication. Emotions don't. Emotions cannot communicate. Emotions can only express. Okay? Emotions can only express. Intuition can communicate. What is the thing called when intuition communicates? What is that called? That's called awareness. When joy starts to talk to me, that is called awareness. Why is it called awareness? So let's say I'm in the intuition of joy, and then I am speaking to you, like we are having a conversation, and we are talking about things, and maybe I'm crying, but I'm in joy. I'm surrounded by the intuition called joy. What ends up happening is the intuition of joy begins to expose things, like poof, right? It begins to expose things. And what you pay attention to, because we're just humans, we aren't God. We can't pay attention to all of everything at once. What you pay attention to becomes aware. That's why intuition communicating to us is called awareness. So joy will communicate things that are connected to you or me concerning joy. And this is where like your psychics are. This is where your teachers are. This is where your mystics are, your mediums are, in the realm of awareness. People, oh, you can read my mind. I mean, nobody can read minds. We can't read minds. We are aware. We can have communication with intuition. intuition that's connected to you. So emotions cannot be detected, but intuition can. Oftentimes with the people that I'm coaching, I'll say, love is in the air. Love is in the air. And that's an indication that intuition is speaking to me. Oh, if you don't know, I am a coach. I'm a teacher. Okay, I have the gift of teaching, the spiritual gift of teaching. It is quite amazing. Okay, and I know I went down the rabbit hole, guys. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. Oh. All right. I think I am slowing down the process of talking. Yapping. Does anybody have any questions about the emotions that you are observing from the election results? I'll tell you, all emotions are bad. There is no emotion that serves you. Not one. Not one. Not one emotion serves you well. Do not become obsessed with pleasing energy. Do not become obsessed with trying to obtain feeling good. If you are, it's quite certain that you are possessed by the demon of sloth. Sloth is a very peculiar thing. Okay? Unsure. Jamaican TNT. Thank you for saying that. Unsure. Okay? Emotions make people unsure. Every last one. How do emotions make people unsure? How? All of your emotions attack clarity. Clarity. What is clarity? Clarity, clarity is a type of filter. It's a type of translator. There you go. Clarity. Now, clarity is not only with your eyes, it's with your ears, it's with your taste, it's with your spirit, it's with your touch, you know. It's with with your intellect. Intellect. Okay? So when you are emotional, your happiness attacks your clarity. It makes things fuzzy. Because like, for example, what is happiness? The word happy, it means lucky. Luck, to get lucky. So when you are happy, you then are striving for the win, the bingo win or the lottery win. You're searching for that next win. You want to win. But being lucky does not occur consistently. Just by the process of being lucky, right? Lucky is a thing that happens every so often. Every so often, luck will be like, poof, here you go, poof, here you go, poof, here you go. But those poof, that could be years in between each, or decades in between each. Okay? Every so often, it could be every 10 years, happiness comes and actually gives you that good energy. Here you go. I'll give you $20,000. $20,000? So then you're like, oh, this is for me. This is for me. I need this. So you spend the next 20 years searching for that same win. Aha, you got tricked. Happiness tricked you. Lucky. You're in the process of luck. When you are in the process of happiness, you will be miserable more often than not. That's just the nature of happy. That's the nature of winning the lottery. You win rarely. You don't win consistently. Happiness is an emotion, but happiness clouds your clarity. So you got that $20,000, okay? So you got that $20,000 that one time 20 years ago. And it clouded your clarity. Now you think, I need to do this same thing because it worked once. Now it attacked your reasoning skills. Okay? Clarity is about, it comes over your observation. Okay? Your observation is when you enter a new arena. It's when you are able to detect anything. You observe first, then you put glasses on. Okay? Your glasses help you focus. Okay? Focus is always dialing down your observation. Okay? Focus dials down your observation. Whenever I'm making a point here, I need you guys to say this makes sense or it doesn't make sense. Okay? Tell me in the chat if it makes sense or it does not make sense. Now, when you are observing everything, you are everything. Or like, not you are everything. You can feel everything. But then you focus. You put on glasses. You're dialing down your environment. Now you have a left and a right boundary somehow. Whether it's your eyes, your touch, your reasoning, your spirit, your taste, right? Then, as the function of focusing is clarity. Okay, things come into focus with clarity. Okay, does that make sense? The function of clarity is the function of focus is clarity. The quality of clarity is how you translate. The quality of your clarity on anything is how you are translating it. This right here is where your emotions attack everything, all of your clarity. How you are translating everything. This is how emotions attack everything. Right here. So let's say this is water. Well, this is water actually. So water. Let's say this is my first time drinking water. And I drink it real fast. And I aspirate it, right? I breathe a little water into my lungs. I'm choking. Oh God, help me, right? Right? I had an experience. I choked on the water. First time drinking water. What will I think about water now? Water it's dangerous. It's evil. Water is sent from Satan himself. I hate water. Ugh. And I'm still choking on water. Now I think I need to go to the doctor. How did I just translate that? Emotions crept in right there. And now I will begin to teach everybody water is evil. Do not get water. Water is evil. Emotions ruin clarity. All emotions. Even happiness. Even the ones that feel good. If it's an emotion, it does not serve you. Okay? Does that make sense? Yes, it does make sense. Now, when people will like call me the fun police, your life deserves attention. Your life itself, the progress of it deserves attention. It deserves to be examined. I mean, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Doesn't your life deserve to be examined? Or are you just going to go with the flow? Don't worry. Your emotions will take over, make decisions for you. They'll keep you pinned in to chasing that $20,000 payout, but it's 20 years later. You've lived in misery for 20 years trying to get that $20,000 payout again. And then people do foolish things like making an emotion their goal. Oh, I want to go out to be happy. To be happy? You're going on a family vacation for happiness? Emotions have that much control over you? They got control over your family too. That's wild. That's wild business right there. Emotionally immature people. Okay? So, unsure. That was a good one. Whoever put that. I think it was you, Jamaican TNT. That was good. Emotionally immature people are being observed with the results of the election. Okay? If you are a healer and you are observing that, you can stay in observation mode. You don't have to focus. You don't have to dial in your view. You don't have to dial in your perception. Just observe. Observe. Okay? Huh. They're crying. Why are they crying? Okay. Huh. Oh, they're not crying. They're making fun of the people who are crying. Huh. Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. Observe. Like, just be a fly on the wall. Just observe. Do not connect. Do not connect. Just observe. But once you begin to look, okay, I know you guys think I am playing word salad. This is a spiritual process here. Once you begin to look, you begin to examine. Now you have attention. Attention is spiritual worship. Okay? Now you have attention. Looking always leads to attention. Observation, there's no attention. You are pure reception at that point. So, you as healers, if you have the spiritual gift of healing, you need to observe first. First. Whatsoever you do, first, you need to observe. Hey, come here, Sadie. Come on. Y'all want to see my dog? I haven't shown her today. Here you go. Hey, Zadie. Hey, mama. Yeah? Oh, I know. I don't have any food. Hey, Sadie. Everybody say hello to Sadie. Mm-hmm. Look at her. She's feeling good in my arms. Sadie Wadey. That's a good girl. That's all she wanted. She wanted some love. Yeah. Mm-hmm. W's in the chat for Sadie. W's in the chat for Sadie. Yeah, Sadie Wadey. Tomorrow's bath time. She not gonna like me tomorrow. Oh. Anyway, I think this is a sign to take one last question from one lucky person. So whoever asks the question first will get it. No, look at her. She's yeah, that's a good girl. That a good girl. Mm-hmm. I think she's tired. I think she want to cuddle. All right. Oh, question. Okay, how do you heal from a child that abuses you no matter how you try to be good to them? Healing is a process, no matter what. Okay? Healing is a process. So, as you heal, whatever you want to heal, talk to the pain, talk to the energy. Okay? Talk to the energy, not the human. Okay? Talk to the energy, not the human. Okay? And it as soon as you talk to the energy will tell you things. It'll tell you why it's here, why it's trying to, take over you, why this, why that, okay? That's the very first step in healing anything. Now, your personal experience, not concerned with it. A healer should never be concerned with the personal endeavors, human functions. This is about spirits. This is about principalities. Okay? But remember, I am a life coach, and I told you guys the first 10 people to send me an email on or DM, email or DM, I will give them the script on imagination. On imagination. It's a script. It's not a book or a chapter. So, I want you guys to also understand I have free gifts for empaths. If you are an empath and you have the gift of empathy, the spiritual gift of empathy, there's a 30-day checklist for you to do. Okay? I know, Sadie. I know. Hey, you okay? We're almost done. Okay? We're almost done. Of course, I do want you guys to go and buy my book. It's called A Peace Called Love. It's linked in the bio. A Peace Called Love. Peace, as in I come in peace. I really encourage you guys to do that if you are on your spiritual journey, trying to be better healers, better empaths, better women, better men, better moms, better dads, better friends, better you. That's a good foundational book to get started. And that's also linked in my bio. If you want some one-on-one coaching, okay, send me an email and say, I would like some one-on-one coaching. How do I get started? I will respond, and we will have a free Zoom call, okay? And we'll talk about you. We'll talk about me a little bit, and then we'll talk about if we should continue or not. And I'm also working on an online course, okay? An online course. The online course is for overwhelmed empaths. Empaths who are overwhelmed. And I don't want to get too far deep into that, but it's very good. It's a very good course. I think even though it's for overwhelmed empaths, it can be life-changing for so many. I really mean that. I really believe that, man. If you are a CEO, this online course will help you manage better, build build processes better, be better. Okay. What's wrong, Sadie? She getting antsy. But thank y'all for watching me for years. Thank you for spelling my name right. Thank you, everybody, for being here in the live stream. Thank you for the love, for the taps. Thank you for it all. It's all love. And if you didn't know,